What's going on, child? It's your best favorite YouTuber in the whole entire world. Back another video. Now today I do have quite a few things to talk about, but before we get any further, I have to say I gotta state the obvious. Obviously, I'm not at the crib, I'm at work, but the show, it must go on. Now today we're mostly talking about basketball topics. Now before we actually get into everything, I have to say it is all love, no hate. Okay, so this one's a little bit weird in my opinion because Mark Cuban is being reported, coming out and saying we're not trading AD. AD is not going to be traded, even though he has like a minimal role at the Mavericks. He came out and said all this. And honestly, I was sitting there thinking, all right, if he's coming out, it makes sense, low key, because he says, they're trying to win. But you look at the record and you're like, there's no winning. Your season's completely over. So what exactly are you talking about, Mark Cuban? But then you also got to realize Mark Cuban, he really don't got a pull over there like he used to. So really, when this came out, I was like, okay, I'll believe it for now. But then literally 5 minutes later, a new report came out which contradicts everything that he basically said. And basically what is being reported is that he / Anthony Davis actually is going to be traded / the Dallas Mavericks are checking out the trade market to see what they could actually get for him. So yeah, basically because they're 3-11 and they want to focus and make that Cooper Flags team, they said, F it, it's done. We tried our experiment, we got screwed over, shit ain't working out how we wanted to. So yeah, let's see what we can necessarily get. So AD apparently is going to be on the move. Maybe this trade deadline, most likely this offseason, I'm going to be honest with y'all. But I just don't know what or where he could go. I don't know what would be useful. Everybody keeps making the jokes about him going back to the Lakers. I don't like that. I feel like Ayton's doing better with the fit that they got right now, plus what you would have to give up to get AD. I just don't think necessarily is worth it because low-key you got a better deal for Luka. So just take your win. So Lakers, don't even do it, please. Now, I'm not saying AD isn't a great player or anything like that. It's just him not being healthy all the time. It has it a little bit. So, like, yeah, I'm trying to think of teams that he could go to or necessarily for what would, he be worth. Maybe he could go to Chicago. He can go home. Please, Pistons, no. If we're going to trade for a player, it better not be AD. No offense. I love him, but just not the right fit. All right, we got something good going on. But, yeah, I could see him being traded. I don't think he's going to get traded for a lot, but, something that makes the money worth it, and probably a young player and maybe a first-rounder, or you're going to get one first-rounder or vice versa. Like, something not crazy, but just something a little bit that makes the Mavericks satisfied / can build a little bit of contention. A little bit of a contention team around Cooper Flag. But obviously, Mark Cuban has no damn idea what he means. And I love Mark Cuban, the Pittsburgh connection. It will always be there. But, I knew that was some BS. Real quick, obviously, it's the next day, new day, whatever type deal. Ish got crazy at home, work, and etc. So normally, I would never do this. But the clips I recorded yesterday are going to be the part 1 of this. And we're going to continue. So, my bad. Some of these might be outdated. But I've been slacking. It's time to get back on this ish. So, yes, side note. But the show, it must go on. Even though I said that in the beginning. Now, this news isn't anything too crazy, but something that went down with the Pacers. But basically, the Pacers are waiving Monte Morris, and they are signing Jeremiah Robinson Earl. I said that right. I don't know why I'm tripping. Low-key, I like it. I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy, but defensively, yeah, it's something. And it's not like he's super old, so you got somewhat of a young person on your team. And honestly, just, Pacers being terrible this year, I really don't think it affects shit. So, yeah, if you want to keep him until next year, cool, but realistically, I'm just pretty sure this is just something for them to make a move. I really don't know. Okay, so me personally, I seen this one coming because why the hell would they keep you? But it is being reported that Joey and Jesse Buss have been fired from the office in the Lakers. Now, not really much for me to talk about once they sold the team and all that shit. I just thought in my mind, why the hell would they keep you around / necessarily, what are you actually doing there? So, yeah, me personally, I could give a shit less. No matter what, they're billionaires, millionaires, etc. They're living comfortable lives, and if they really want to, they could probably go find a different franchise to try to work with, but at the same time, They don't got to, and I just personally don't know what the hell they actually did. So yeah, it's not me hating or anything, but I seen this shit coming as soon as they sold the team. Honestly, I thought they quit, so I'm kind of shocked to hear that they actually got fired. So yeah, it's not that much craziness, but a little bit craziness, because the Buss family damn near is like fully out of the Lakers now. So there is a viral video going around, basically, where a man is talking about how he, got banned from the NCAA, aka he was a college hooper, and he basically straight up admits to shaving points for that money. Now, there's a lot to it, so I'm going to break this down a little bit. Day Hunter was banned from the NCAA for shaving points and being paid around $5,000 from a bettor. Now, I'm guessing that's $5,000 per game. I really don't know, and this is all alleged. I mean, I guess it's not, but for safety. And also, he came out and claimed that he did it because he was money hungry and just had a kid, and college wasn't paying him, so he had to do what he had to do to take care of his child. Now, I'm paraphrasing this, of course. And honestly, I fully get it. I'm not going to tell him to go out there and shave points, do that, because honestly, I feel like that's slimy and that's, stupid, because low-key, you could have tried to work your way up to getting an NIL deal. You could have went to the draft, etc. Like, me personally, I don't know what he could have been. He could have played overseas, anything. You could have made money hooping any single way, but you decided this is going to be the fast way. This is what I want, etc., etc. Now, obviously, it's dumb as hell. In my opinion, I get it fully. You had a child, but there's other players out there doing their thing. Get a regular job or etc. to help raise that child while you still chase your hoop dreams. Now, I know it's not that simple. I don't have no kids, so necessarily I can't speak on it, but yeah, the fact that he admitted that he did point shave and he was only getting $5,000 per game, that he, I think $5,000 per game for every time he did that, is wild to me. Like, you should have got way more if you was going to risk your whole career and everything, in my opinion. But at the same time, I'm not promoting that. I'm not saying you should go do that shit. So it's kind of mind-blowing that somebody would even do this, especially for $5,000. You got me, like, I ain't lying to y'all. Y'all better be throwing me a bag, all right? Like 20 grand. Or some shit. I don't care. I'm not doing it, or I wouldn't do it, and I'm not promoting it, but like, you know what I mean? Make it worth my time. Now, me being a Pistons fan, I've been wanting to talk about this one. It was announced a couple days ago as I'm making this video, but since I was slacking and, Pistons fan all the way, I figured let's do it. Let's still talk about it, but Cade Cunningham has signed an extension with Nike, making him, he's gonna get his own damn signature shoe. And I can't even lie to y'all straight up, I'm gonna need every colorway, every one. I'm a huge Cade fan, huge Pistons fan, so the Piston colorway shoes, oh my god, I can't wait for them to come out. Honestly, I never expected this one in my whole entire life, so the fact that this is actually going down, I'm a fan of this shit. All right, I love it a lot. Now, Gilbert Arenas said that Nike's going to try to get him out of Detroit, and I call BS on that. Like, yeah, low-key, it does make a lot of sense, but nah, if Cade wants to stay in Detroit, he's going to stay in Detroit. And honestly, it seems like he's perfectly fit for Detroit. And I'm not, I don't know him personally or anything, but like, low-key, I don't see Cade leaving unless we start being douchebags and effing with the bag and team and all that dumb shit. But yeah, congrats, Cade. I can't even lie to y'all. I'm excited as hell to get these shoes, and every colorway I'ma need. So Michael Porter Jr. is making his wave around the news again. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Brooklyn Nets Michael Porter Jr. is something different. But basically, he went to Ball Boys podcast, and he started to talk about the WNBA. And point out blank, he comes out and says, stop comparing WNBA players and NBA players, because it is different. All right, I've been dominating them since I was in 8th grade, basically explaining that he used to play with his sisters and their friends or teammates or some shit like that at the university when he was in 8th grade, and he said he was dominating them. Now, we don't got the film or anything like that, but yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna fight him on it. It makes sense. And honestly, I feel like there is gonna be a WNBA player or a woman player out there one day that is gonna show that she really can ball and deserves to be in the actual NBA. But I think we're a few years out from that. And honestly, there's a lot of good hoopers, but like the physical part and all that is kind of where you get me. Now, a lot of WNBA players can shoot and shit, so that's the ups. And then once they start, getting, strength and all that, I'm telling you, there is going to be one player or at least a couple that will be able to make it, but it's the fact if they will make it. But I think Michael Porter Jr. is telling the truth here. So, yeah, just a side note. I think, it's not the craziest thing he's been saying, but, like, it's still something interesting. And honestly, it makes sense. Truly does. He's been dominating them, so I understand. Pause on that. Holy shit. But I understand fully. It's basically what I'm trying to say, damn it. Now, this one is kind of big, and I'm just going to say this is all alleged because I don't know how true this is. But it is being reported that Nico Harrison reportedly pulled a fast one and convinced ownership to trade Luka. Basically gave them a bunch of reasons that would, really make it in their mind like, all right, yeah, we'll keep it quiet. We'll just trade him there for this, that, da-da-da-da. We'll do it simple. Basically, allegedly, it was told that he has... it was a bad investment, first of all, and because Luka was up for that like $300 million, so they basically told him it was a bad investment. Basically said that he will eventually break down. His body isn't going to last that long. He isn't committed to the team. His off-court habits are terrible, and basically saying all kinds of negative shit that Luka, basically has unproven. We've heard all like the little rumors of what they said Luka, was doing and all that, why he wanted to trade him. And also said that his team, Luka's team, was not really like helping the Mavs with like a timeline on his injury and all that type of shit. Basically give all kinds of different reasonings that do make sense if you're an owner and you just got the damn team, but at the same time, it was Luka. All right, so I don't know. I don't know if I fully believe the owner on all of this, but at the same time, it makes a lot of sense. But like, he goes to the point saying that he wanted it so clean, there was no leaks, like it was him and the owner that only knew. And then so like, I don't know, I call BS. This whole thing still sounds fishy, and I feel like Nico Harrison was just a fall guy. But screw it, the man's gonna have a job on the Lakers here soon, in my opinion. So yeah, you probably did get fooled a little bit, but you probably were just trying to do a little fool around, if you know what I mean, with the league or some type of crazy shit like that. I don't know. Allegedly. Conspiracy theories here, so don't take my word for bond or whatever. But yeah, the fact that the owner came out and allegedly said this about Nico Harrison is mind-blowing, and honestly, I seen it coming. I just didn't know when. Now, finally, the last topic that we're going to talk about is how 6ix9ine, I can't believe I mentioned that. But 6ix9ine came out and basically said that the most famous person he ever piped the thing down was allegedly Steph Curry's wife, Ayesha Curry. Now, basically, he was on Neon Stream, or one of those Neon streams, and they were asking him questions. Neon asked him who was the most famous bird he piped, and that's when he said Steph Curry's wife. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I just don't see it, all right? If she was going to go be dumb or etc. like that and cheat on Steph, it wouldn't be with no 6ix9ine. We know it would be like with fucking like Morris Chestnut or some shit like that. I don't even know if I said that damn name right. The actor. The gladiator looking type actor, right? No homo, pause, all that shit. But like, if she's going to cheat, she's going to cheat on somebody that, no 6ix9ine, no offense to 6ix9ine, but you just don't look like her type, especially if she was going to go be, grimy to Curry. I just don't see it. So I'm going to call cap on this whole entire thing. Honestly, if it did go down, then holy shit, Steph, what the hell is going on? But at the same time, I don't think 6ix9ine would have been her target to go, fuck around and mess her whole entire life, family life, and etc. up. Not that necessarily it is, but yeah, I just thought this was wild for him to come out and say, and I call cap on it. And if it is true, then god dang. But really, that's all I got for y'all in this whole entire video. Let me know what y'all think about all these in the comment section down below. But like I said, that's all I got for y'all. Peace.